Attention, Mister Tramps. I have an announcement to make. That announcement is, I am Mychal Guzman. You are witnessing history. This is Fantastic Tangent Season 2's premiere episode. Applause. Most of you are not aware that I had a show here before, back in the summer. We did it BBC style. It was only 4 episodes. You're welcome to go catch those on YouTube. They're good. This is going to be even better, though. I'm rolling with the punches. Yes, thank you. All right. So, Fantastic Tangent. It's just me clowning. I come up with ideas. I try them out. Sometimes they work. Sometimes they don't. It's always an experience. It's always a good time. This is not Season 2. This is Season Toups. For a very important reason. As much as Fantastic Tangent is about me, Mychal Guzman, I am willing to set my ego aside and dedicate this season to a very enigmatic soul by the name of Anthony Toups. I'm doing this mainly because I do not like improv, and he is a huge fan of improv. So this season we are going to be fucking with improv. All right, what can I say about Toups? I met him at a job years ago. We worked together overnight shifts. I'll let him speak for himself. But in the meantime, I have to make sure everything is going well on the audio side. My friend and roommate here, Knockman, runs my sound for me. So, Knockman, how am I doing so far?
You are doing fucking atrocious. This is not a good start. This is not good at all. And you really should think about doing...
All right, thank you, Knockman. Without further ado, coming to the stage, everybody give a hand to Anthony Toups. You poor soul. And no one told you to speak yet. Not yet. We have things we need to take care of first. So, of course, one of the main things in life that's important is money. So, we're gonna get our fucking money, am I right? Not yet. So, what I need you to do, you're gonna have to class it up because our sponsors expect us to do this as professionally as possible because we're going to be representing them, okay? So what you're going to be doing is, you're going to take off that hoodie. Put that jacket on and choose a tie. You want the green or the brown, weird plaid, whatever this is? The brown one? All right. Now, our sponsor tonight, after this animation, it's not working. Oh, there we go. Like that? We've upped the production values. Before I didn't use any visuals of any sort, but now you can see I made nice slides. So, our sponsor tonight, you guessed it.
Oh my God.
That's right. I am a huge supporter of Donald Trump. I'm not joking. I am completely serious. I've loved him ever since The Celebrity Apprentice. So, I don't have a deep hipster history from way back at the Art of the Deal and all that stuff. I'm kind of new to it. So, as far as I know, he does right. He says what he wants to say. He goes out there and he gets the damn thing done. He's a political outsider. He's beholden to no one. So that's why I'm proud to say Donald Trump is our sponsor. And if anybody actually participates in the raffle, you'll be winning gifts provided by Mr. Trump. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Let's make America great again. Let's make this show funny. All right, so Anthony Toups here is going to be telling you a little bit about himself to introduce you all to him. So why don't you tell him some true stories about how you came up in life. Here, let me help you.
Good evening, everyone. As requested, I shall introduce myself by imparting with you a brief overview of my early years. Allow me first to wet my whistle a bit.
Can y'all hear him okay? You gotta speak up. Speak up, Toups. Speak from your chest. Nigga. All right, go ahead.
Okay, where was I?
Oh, you were really not even started yet, so that's where you were.
Oh, but haven't I?
Okay.
I emerged from the womb on a gray autumn morning in 1984, terrified that I'd been born with glasses, red hair, a full beard, vestigial tail, and clutching a tiny copy of Nietzsche's Thus Spake Zarathustra.
I can't even make out what you're saying right now.
I like Nietzsche, okay? My parents immediately swaddled me in cheesecloth and traveled to a state park known as the Devil's Sinkhole. They intended to discard me by tossing my newborn body into the giant vertical cavern. But a teeming swarm of bats flew to my aid and disabused my parents of this scheme. Having deemed me accursed, I was named Anthony Infernalis Toups. I was raised at a farm in Rock Springs. It's about a week west of here by Segway, 2.5 hours by standard motor vehicle. My family was Ma and Pa Toups, 4 sisters and 6 brothers. Well, 5 brothers, I should say. Turned out my older brother, Howard, was just a really smart duck.
You sound like this is new to you. You're telling me your life story.
This is my life story.
Yeah.
You know, my siblings and I were homeschooled by Ma Toups, who had a bevy of degrees that ranged from the spectrum of academia. Pa Toups mostly tended to the machinery, were not occupied with the chemical experience and the fostering of children's alcohol tolerance in preparation for later life off the farm. That was one of my favorite parts. There were some perks to this. He didn't care much for farm work, and specifically stated that many a time he had no goddamn love of the land. He simply wanted a quiet place to live out his days, enjoying the flowing revenue that came with owning the patent to uppercase numbers. I was an unruly and skeptical child with a thirst for knowledge. I often snuck away from the farm and conducted my own studies in the wild, developing my survival skills. Skills that would be of use later in life. We'll get to that part a little bit later. For now, I sense that you would like to delve into what being in the homeschooled life was like. So,
how were you able to sense that? How did you know that's what I wanted to talk about?
You know, I have an inner notion, like this is part of the survival skills.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to kind of understand what people want, think about, because how else do you know when the appropriate time to stab them is?
Okay, good point. So, Toups, you were indeed homeschooled. I have some questions about that. So, how does the curriculum work? Like, how do you know when you finished a grade?
Well, generally you look at the month and you see, like, is it January? And it's probably the next grade by then.
Yeah. Okay. How do you cut class? Because you have nowhere to go because you're homeschooled. How do you skip school?
So that's a common misconception, but you can totally cut class. And you do this by telling your Ma Toups in my face, that the sheep had escaped through the fence again. And it was at least probably 75% true, even if you just made it up on the spot. So that's how you do that.
All right. So, were you bullied? Or were you the bully?
You know, I think some people have things coming to them, especially little brothers. That being said, I'm not an unnecessarily cruel person.
Okay. You just like to eat hair for power.
You have to build character in other people, okay?
Okay. Fair enough. What was my other? I had some other homeschool questions. Let's see here. I'm referring to my notes.
I hope we don't go over all that.
Oh, this is all old last season. All right. I asked you that. Oh. How come homeschooling isn't considered a cult?
Well, for one, the people that are leading it are not charismatic. I mean, basically, it's just like a dual-headed dictatorship in which you have no say. And it's definitely not a cult.
So if it's a dictatorship, you're basically saying the household is its own self-sufficient government. So you have a Department of Education, you have a Department of Finance. Somebody in your house was the mayor of your house.
Yeah, and I think that...
Good night, drive safe. Oh, sorry. We are doing the show here.
Well, I think we can learn something from Trump in this regard, because we could just, we don't actually need those departments of finance or education, really.
Okay.
No, we don't actually need those.
Ron Paul in it.
Yeah.
Ron Paul, if you want to sponsor us, doesn't matter if it's a political conflict of interest.
Yeah, so departments such as that, like, you can drop quite a few of them off and still be functionally a dictatorship.
I see. Very well. I think this covers my homeschool questions. Let's move on. What I'm going to do now, in order to gain traction and get more followers and get more people interested, you have to do something that's really wild and controversial, gets people talking like, oh, is that Mister Tramps? And this dude was up here and I can't believe this wild, like insane, edgy thing that he did so late at night. So what I'm going to do is, yesterday I was at the local carniceria, and there was one of those old ladies in the nun outfit sitting out there with the bucket, to give money. So I dropped a couple bucks into the bucket, and she gave me this little pamphlet, right? And you can guess, like, read this.
I think it says, "Smile, I know someone that loves you. If you want to know who, you'll have to read on."
Can we guess who that is?
Our Lord and Savior Michael Jackson.
You are correct. So the outlandish thing that I'm going to do that will live throughout time, I am going to dare to blaspheme and burn this pamphlet like the heathen that I am, and you all will be shocked and appalled and post on social media. Witness this savagery. Witness it. I don't care.
This is appalling.
I'm out of control.
He's out of control, ladies and gentlemen.
Auburn! Effigy 666. Satan, I love you. But not that much. Okay. Good evening, ma'am.
I think it worked.
I think so too. Oh my, the soot, yeah. Yes, join the show. Join the party. It's going down. Are you leaving, Julie? She's a friend of mine from years ago.
Oh yeah? How do you know her?
I know her through music. She was in a band, and they played at Elysium a couple times. And My friend, my roommate that I was living with at the time, he's always going to Elysium, so I wound up at Elysium every now and again, just couldn't be helped. And yeah, I saw her band, and yeah, we became friends.
But why?
But why? Because unlike your parents, I have charisma.
Fair point.
Let's move along. Next segment. What is the next segment, Toups?
The next segment.
It's a good question.
It is the band from SNL segment.
It is the band from SNL. Oh, a word from our sponsor, Trump, making America great again. Yeah, sorry, I almost forgot. Let's continue. All right, next up, band from SNL. Some of you might not be familiar. There are several actors and musicians who performed on SNL in a manner that was not in keeping with Lorne Michaels standards, and they found themselves not invited back ever again.
So, Mychal, like, who would be one of those people?
Adrian Brody. He did a monologue where he improvised as a reggae-type character. Lorne does not like people improvising on their own. That's why people always read off the cue card so obviously during Saturday Night Live. So for that, he was banned.
Just for improvising, huh?
Yes, just for improvising.
I don't like this.
Are you burning something? Is that you?
We're burning up the charts, baby!
I thought I was having a stroke. Now?
Yeah, that's fine. We're good. Okay, hots. All right, yes. So, several people banned from SNL. Cypress Hill got banned for smoking weed on air. But here are some lesser-known folks that were banned from SNL. And Toups over here is going to explain what happened. First one. This baby. Why was this baby banned from SNL?
So it turns out that being naked on SNL is not really popular. Like, with the management.
I see.
He just...
Is this any specific actual person, or is it just this baby?
I think it's just his baby.
Yeah.
Like, I don't... The band is more of a group band on everything after the first incident.
And the thing was, the baby didn't even try to audition for SNL. Lorne Michaels just happened to come across a baby that was there. He's like, "You baby, you are banned from SNL for this nudity."
Yeah. They had to find the mother about 45 minutes later.
Yeah. You unattended toddler.
Yeah, it was... they had some problems after that, I think, with legal.
Yes. All right, next up, band from SNL. Estelle Getty from the Golden Girls. Why was Estelle Getty banned from SNL? She died? Yes.
Actually, that's pretty close to the truth. She did die, but the problem was where she died.
Where did she die?
Well, like, on the stage. It wasn't, like, if you fall over like that in the middle of a show, it's
But the show must go on.
It did go on, and that was the problematic part.
So they just continued to do the scene, and then afterwards, when the show was done for the night, Lorne Michaels walked up to her corpse and said, "You are hereby banned from SNL.
Yes.
Never more to appear."
He does have some control issues, yeah.
And rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yep.
You know where we traveled? Down the road and back again. You see, when you're homeschooled, sometimes you miss out on some of the cultural things that are happening normally because you're so secluded.
Yes. And that may not always be a bad thing.
If you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, you know what you'd see?
My parents?
You would see your parents, and you would also see that the greatest gift would be from me. You know what the card attached would say? Yes, thank you for being a friend. Yes, audience participation. Let's take a moment for some audience participation. Oh.
I did not know that you were your own audience.
Yeah, I am pretty much. That's what this show is.
That sounds remarkably similar to my childhood.
Okay, one more. Banned from SNL. Orko, the wizard sidekick from He-Man. Why was he banned from SNL?
Yeah, he was actually. The problem with him was that they didn't want to move the cameras around for SNL, and he just he went under the frame every shot, like he was only an actor.
It was a staging
yeah.
issue.
And
Blocking difficulties.
So that necessarily wouldn't by itself be a problem, but Ordo complained about it. And that'll obviously rile their feathers there. So.
I heard that he bumped Danny DeVito and they got into a fight.
That may be also one of the things that he complained about.
All right, let's move on to the next segment, Toups. What do we have up next on Fantastic Tangent Season 2's premiere episode? Of course, praise be to the Trump. You've been trumped. You got a stump for Trump.
Can't stump the Trump.
Can't stump the Trump.
You know, even Sarah Palin has decided to endorse Trump.
Thank you for making me watch that video of her
It
endorsing
was no
him.
problem. I just feel the need to, get it out there that all these good people can go behind him.
Yes. I don't know what you just said.
All these good people can get behind Trump.
Yes, you can get
2016.
behind Trump and you can give him all that support.
And also your money.
Well, give us your money.
We'll give him a certain
We'll pass it
portion of
on.
the money.
We'll make sure, trickle down economy, all that stuff.
There will be
We'll make
money
it happen.
involved.
Good night. Thanks for coming. See you next time. Every Thursday, 10:30. More of this. Let's get to the next fucking segment, Toups.
I'm pretty complete.
Oh, yes, it is. The section of the show I am the least prepared for, but the one that I believe in the most. How ironic is that?
Well, it makes sense.
Fantastic Tangent. On fleek. On bleak.
So what do you have? On fleek? Things that working out?
Are people familiar with it? What it means to be on fleek? Yes, eyebrows on fleek.
Specifically, what about the eyebrows, though? Yeah, they're perfect. So, we're kind of generalizing this one into more of a thing, just anything that we like that's perfect. So, no. No audience participation
An
right
audience
now.
member pointed to themselves and was met with a firm no, which goes directly against the tenets of improv, which is like your golden rule.
Hey, I said 3 no's.
You say yes, what's 3 no's?
I said no.
So yeah, you said no, so that's a no. You said no again, that makes it a positive. And then you said no, so it's a minus again, like multiplication.
You've done well.
You multiply 2 negatives, makes a positive. But then you added another negative, so it made a negative again.
I need a drink.
Yes, and I need one too.
You will learn.
So, on bleak is the opposite of on fleek. On bleak is you're in wretched shape. You got some stuff to work through, my friend. Not looking good. So, I'm gonna start first with my on fleek. Something I discovered a couple weeks ago, but they've been around for quite some time. The Japanese cocktail peanut. These things are delightful. They taste of soy. They taste of capsicum, which makes them spicy. So a wasabi type feel, because it's supposed to be Japanese. But it's got this hard wheat shell that's kind of like a baked bean. It's like a savory baked bean.
So, how did you find those?
How I found these is I was at HEB and I needed snacks for work.
This is a boring story. You should make up a different one.
Oh, shit. What happened was, I have a friend, this Japanese friend, and every time I hang out with him, I get so fucking pissed off because everybody's all like, oh, he's Japanese, that means it's Japan time. Like, let's go get sushi. Oh, let's go watch anime. Oh, when's the last time you've been to Japan? Oh, here's my 3 little Japanese words that I know. Haha, kawaii desu.
That sounds pretty offensive.
Daijobu. means idiot. I get tired of it. So when I'm around him, I'm determined I must do American things. But when I am away from him, I am steeped in Japanese culture. I love that shit.
Basically a weeaboo, huh?
Yes, I'm a weeaboo.
So you're one of these direct from Japan then, right?
Yes, I'm a Japanophile.
Japanophile, okay.
So, searching for things that were Japanese, I came across the Japanese cocktail peanut.
So what out of, like...
They're not your bombs, M&Ms.
I think so. What do you say on this subject? I'm convinced.
You're convinced of what?
These are mine.
Okay.
I'm convinced that these are mine now.
Yes. So, what is your on fleek?
Okay, so everyone knows that back in, like, a while back, in the years of 1990s or something, that they...
Which years were the 1990s? 1990? 1991? 1992?
Continue that for, like, 7 more times. 8 more times.
1992, 1992, 1992, 1992, 1992, 1992, 1992, 1992.
I appreciate you. You're good.
You're welcome, Des.
So sometime between the years of 1990 and 2000,
Okay.
the Astronomical Union, International Astronomical Union, decided Pluto was not a planet.
Okay, yes.
So then we were left with a...
Pluto is not a planet, it's a cartoon dog. Disney, duh.
No, that's entirely correct. So
I
they
could
said,
use some of that Disney money.
get an endorsement in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
I think we should do that.
Star Wars, you just foreshadowed something that's coming up later in the show. Good job.
So
Pluto was deemed no longer a planet, and
we had 8 planets, and then most recently, like a week ago, they declared that they had discovered a new planet, which was about the size of Uranus.
I don't get it.
I appreciate you people.
I don't understand what happened. The planet Uranus.
So they had discovered a planet that was roughly had the mass of Uranus.
Okay. And where is this located?
Really far out, and the thing about it is that they didn't actually see the planet. They just saw like how the orbits of other like planets and stuff were altered.
How
by
did they
it.
find it?
They just saw like other perturbations in the orbits of other
You
planets.
should find a more interesting way of thinking of how they managed to find it. Bye!
So back in 1996, we stole an alien fighter,
Yes.
and
An alien fighter like a boxer?
no, this is an alien, spaceship,
A craft of some sort.
alien spacecraft.
Okay.
Exactly. After we fought off the aliens,
Uh-huh.
we used a bunch of their...
Did we build a wall? Mexico, aliens, Trump.
We did not build the wall. That's mainly because of Congress preventing, and the Democrats preventing us from doing that. But
Okay. So we captured this alien vessel, this
Exactly.
fighting craft.
yeah. And so we just flew around in the outer, around Pluto. You remember we got some nice pictures of that a few months ago. Those were directly from that.
Okay.
And so it just they found a planet out there.
And that's on fleek.
Yep, that's pretty
That's
much.
on fleek, like on a galactic scale.
The real thing that's on fleek about it is that not that they did that, it's that they decided Pluto wasn't a planet just because. Like they recategorized it, but then they decided that they found a new planet just on some without
some
even,
hater shit.
without even seeing it.
Okay.
So
I don't know.
Now we have 9 planets again.
Oh, I have that. What is this? What is this lovely lady bringing me? Hello, miss. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Crowd member said she's trying to make us more interesting. We'll see how that goes. So, next we discuss what's on bleak. We get negative now. So, my on bleak requires me to leave the presentation here briefly. We'll get back to it though, don't worry.
Okay.
My on bleak is the Fantastic Tangent website. This dude, if he believes in it so much, where's his branding? Why doesn't he have a simple ass web page up? What is this shit?
We will have more soon.
Not even like a construction guy gif.
No,
That is on bleak.
like, how are you gonna survive this?
I just have to move on. I can't even process it right now.
I mean, okay, so there was back in the day, like, you could leave a website under construction for just years and it's still around on GeoCities. So you think that's what's gonna happen here?
Yeah. I'm gonna re-sign up this page. I'm gonna do an Angel Fire page for it. Yeah.
See, now that's what you need to do.
That's what's up. Even my own friends are talking amongst themselves and not paying attention to the show right now.
Pay attention, Joe.
Sweet. All right. That's quasi on bleak. What's your on bleak?
Okay, so a few years ago I learned how to make pies from scratch because I was watching too much of some show. I can't remember the name of it, but it had the guy.
House of Lies.
Yeah, that's it. Pushing Daisies. Okay.
Okay, Pushing Daisies.
So anyway, yesterday I was intent on impressing my girlfriend with some pies. Yeah. So I made 2 pies.
2 pies.
Yeah, 2 pies soups here.
2 pies tubes. 2 pies tubes here, folks. Signing in.
And I get them out of the oven, I put them in the car, drive them over, and the turn before I get to her place is then some stuff I have on my front seat falls into both of the pies in the very middle and like explodes them in my wheel well. So that's I said some cuss words.
Did any of the pie fall into that hopeless place in the car?
Yeah, it's went into the speaker, the speaker grill where you can never get the stuff out. It's like,
And
I've become resigned to it.
there's no more hopeless feeling than when you have a fry that falls in between that space
Right between the seat
where
and
you're
the-
arm
and the-
resting.
yeah.
Yeah, that is just that's fairly bleak.
You can't make this depressing, okay?
We've lost. Pies were lost.
I know. I was over it until I had to talk about it.
Pies were lost.
We need to do the next thing.
This is just.
Thank you.
All right, that was on fleek on bleak. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. All right,
Nope, not like him.
what's next? A segment I like to call foul language. You know why? Because I love me some motherfucking foul language, and we're up late.
Yeah.
We're getting racy, so check this out. Oh, skipped it. That was a video. Did not work. So, foul language. It's pretty interesting. There are some famous iconic scenes in movies that you may not have realized originated with some very vituperative dialogue. So this first scene, in celebration of the newly released Star Wars Force Awakens, that Disney money, we're waiting. So this first one you might recognize, this is when Han Solo says, "Never tell me the odds." Originally, he was supposed to say, "Don't ever tell me that fucking shit. I'm trying to focus, goddammit."
And C-3PO was like, "You're fucking crazy."
Yeah. Supposed to be the only part in the series where they use like adult language. Never tell me that shit.
I think I like the flow of the original better.
Yeah, me too.
More emotion.
So you wanted to go over the prequels because you hold those more dear to your heart.
Yes, I do. They have some very good scenes which are memorable.
That's not pod racing.
Yeah. So here's the first one Toups wanted to talk about.
So here's this one, and they're fighting. Obi-Wan and Anakin are fighting on Mustafar, and Obi-Wan says in the movie he says, "I've got the high ground. Don't do it." And well, Anakin gets his legs chopped off. What he originally said was, "Don't be a pussy."
Find the IRL.
And Anakin's like, yeah, you know, he does exactly what you'd expect for him to do at that point, and he just jumps straight up onto the lightsaber. So that's pretty much that one. After that, he does scream and cry like a baby.
Yeah.
The movie was pretty accurate on that one.
All right, next one. We're still in the prequels. We have here Princess Padme.
So there's a bunch of extraordinarily cringeworthy segments of Episode 2 where
Attack of the Clones.
where George Lucas tries and fails to write some type of romance story. And there's a lot of them that are pretty terrible. It's just they mostly consist of things like Sigh, Oh Annie, etc.
Yes.
And
I can feel my heart bursting with love.
don't call me that because I'm older now. And if you think about it, that relationship is pretty creepy.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
George Lucas had toned down his originals, which was mainly like, let's bang. That's
Bay?
let's bang.
Oh, let's bang.
Yeah, he was basically saying like, let's bang in every single shot with him and Padme.
Every single
And
dialogue.
she had to go and like do her lines around that. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh Annie, you're too young. And
Let's
he's
bang.
like bang. Let's bang.
Let's bang.
Needless to say that he was a fairly one-sided character for a while. And then he became like half a character in the third movie
Yes.
due to the original, the chopping of the legs.
Don't be a pussy.
So
All right.
that's what I got.
The final one from Star Wars.
Thank you.
He was not booing, folks. He was saying Toups. Toups. That's right, Toups.
Tubes.
All right, final scene from Star Wars. Clark Gable.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. Okay, what are you gonna? What is it?
This is the scene, of course, where he famously says, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." So, in the original version, when he turns to her, he says, "As far as I'm concerned, bitch, you can go suck a fuck." Boo!
See, I think that was the test audience's reaction to that one.
Yeah.
The original script.
Gotta give him credit for being one of the first ones to use that phrase, though.
And I think that partially caused the MPAA ratings to come about, right?
Yeah. Somebody saw that and they're like, we're gonna have to come up with a system. Because these guys are wilding out with the language.
Yeah, a little
So-
too extreme.
The love interest, is that Katharine Hepburn? Who played the love interest in Gone with the Wind?
A lady.
Kate Winslet?
Yeah, it was her.
Mary Elizabeth Antonio? Ray Don Chong?
Actually, it was a combination of those three people.
Okay. Anyway, I heard that he could not stand her in real life. So before they had any scenes where they would be intimate, he would eat like sardines and garlic to make his breath as foul as possible for when she had to kiss him.
That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, and she just had to act her way through it. Yeah, good for her.
So, who was the better actor at that point?
Who was the better actor? The black woman who didn't know nothing about birth and no babies. Yeah, nobody knows what I'm talking about. I guess nobody's seen Gone with the Wind.
You've never seen that Star Wars movie?
Everybody's seen Star Wars, man.
Yeah, seriously.
This is the classic scene. This is an iconic scene from Star Wars. Let's move on to the next segment. You know, we did make it a good 40 minutes before the booze started.
I take that as a bad sign.
That happened within the first 10 minutes in the first season, so things are working out. They're getting there. Next segment. In honor of the great legendary David Bowie, we've taken some time to listen to his latest album, or his last album, I should say. Ooh.
Black Star.
Black Star. So we've listened to the album, and we have some thoughts that we'd like to share about it.
Yeah, so I was listening to Lazarus, and it's like I think the fourth track in the album.
4th out of 7. There's only 7 songs on this album.
Yeah, I had to cut it
How
short.
lazy can you be? Like, come on. You got better things to do. Make a full album, dude.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
So Lazarus, you're saying
I
4th
thought
song.
that the decision to go with Miley Cyrus as backing vocals on it was odd.
Yeah, it was. And I also found, you have a hidden track for Gangnam Style, like done dubstep. I mean, dude, like, are you just trolling us right now with this?
I mean, if I was David Bowie, I probably would troll everyone like that. But yeah, I would.
It was actually my favorite song on the album.
Yeah.
Oppa Gangnam Style.
Do you think that it was because it was just more of like a commentary on, modern pop music instead of, it being good or anything?
Yeah, everybody's always like, they're saying like, oh, he knew he was gonna die, so he's leaving a message, and these songs and this videos, like, he knows he's going, so yeah, he went out with that, like, saying like, this is a damning critique before I go to the stardust, before I zig my way into the stardust.
Yeah. One other thing that actually really did surprise me is that he did a collaboration with Coldplay. And, like, I had just finished reading it, like, I don't know, 10 days ago or something, that he had said that he never actually did want to do a collaboration with Coldplay because their song sucked. So, it's like, he always has the capacity to surprise surprise his audience. And
Yeah,
I think that's really great.
Just doing them a favor. I also did not appreciate this constant meandering, like, saxophone solos that were happening all throughout the album. It was out of control.
Da, 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 da.
Like, yeah.
Da, 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 da.
I seriously miss, that's the problem too. It's like, I'm so happy to hear sax in a song. There was an era we had, like, in the 80s where they were killing it with the sax music, man. Like, you had, you belong to the city.
Blasphemy, I'm only 28.
Oh, shit. All right. Black Star. 7 songs, 41 minutes. Can I help you? What's up?
You're freaking out. No, I'm just.
What
What kind of music do you play?
kind of music do I play?
Yeah.
I didn't mention that I am a musician, but I am.
But I just came out of the bathroom, so I'm just wondering.
You're infamous.
Well, we're reviewing the album Black Star by David Bowie. Yeah. I should have just let her watch because I would have. Now she's leaving. Like, if I had said anything, she would have watched.
We need people.
Button seat.
I lost the button seat. I haven't even mentioned that yet. I was supposed to talk about that at the top of the show. I have a mandate. I'm supposed to manage to get 15 people to come to the show every time. Otherwise, I face dire consequences that are unspeakable, but I will just suffer through.
So let's see, if we just count everybody in this room, maybe we'll get that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. But can I count them?
Yeah, we can.
We're gonna count, okay.
We're counting them.
I'm saved! Thank you all for coming to my show. Good night, that's it. Psych. Nobody booed. I was expecting a boo for that one.
We have a good audience here, I think.
I guess so.
That's what that means.
All right. They have been talking the whole fucking time.
It's
My own friends are ruder than the people who are just here to be here. This is the worst.
I think they may be laughing at us now.
What kind of music do you play? I play music. Yeah. People are listening to that music just as much as they're watching this show right now.
When are you playing at the Long Center next?
The Long Center? I don't know. That's a good question, though.
Usually Performing Arts Center.
Let's come to the end. The last part of the show. Solutions.
So, this is the part where we ask the audience if they have any situations that they need advice for. And
Does anybody need advice? We provide solutions. Anybody? Anything they're going through, anything they're dealing with, anything they want to ask about.
We provide absolutely great advice, and you should listen to us.
That dude's
and
like,
trust
it's
us
perfect. He is
100%.
want for nothing. He does not need solutions. Look at him. He's counting money. He's like, shit, baby. Here's a solution. Where do I drop these wallets, son?
Okay, no one's used solutions. I think that we've provided their entertainment solution for tonight, so...
That's all right. No volunteers to provide solutions. I have a contingency in place.
Okay, let's see.
I have a group on Facebook, Fantastic Tangents Full On DAP Society, because I'm very passionate about full on DAP, yes. No mere fist bumping here.
Nope.
So, Full On DAP Society also serves as Fantastic Tangents fan page. So I went ahead and I said, hey, I can provide solutions if you need advice. And my fan base is strong, so I'm sure if I go on here, there's going to be something we can pull from.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
What do they need help with?
Yeah, so many things. There's going to be so many of these to have to go through, man.
It's going to be difficult to decide.
I'm kind of worried about it. Let's see here. I'm excited. Solutions. All right.
No, I'm ready to give advice.
So here we are. Need advice? Post your situation here. A solution may be provided in the live show. So let's see. The first question we have from Seen by 10 People. Yikes.
So, look, it says
Check
that
your notifications.
So, all right.
it says that there are 3 people that like that. You think that's a cry for help?
It said they like it, but I guess their lives are going great because they didn't ask for any advice.
Refresh it.
I'm being told to refresh my notifications. All right, let's see. From Ethan Allen. I've got a friend who DJs, and he's not that good. What should I do?
So, I think the first question here is like, how old is your friend? Like, how old is he?
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Let's see. How old is your friend?
Yeah.
Is he single?
This has to.
How old is your friend? We'll get back to that one.
Okay.
I need some advice about something.
All right.
What I need some advice is, I've just started another season of my podcast broadcast, and I'm really excited about it, and I want to keep it rolling. So my question is, how do I get people to provide me fucking things they need advice about?
Look at this gentleman right here.
Oh, okay, yes, sir.
You've just done this.
Yes, sir.
So here's the thing. I've got a seasonal job, right? I've done the job. But my employer has not given me that cash money, if you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
How do I get the cash money? How do I negotiate the employer-employee relationship without being abrasive? Like, I don't want to be like, I need my money, but I need my money.
Okay, this man needs his money.
Not me?
Not me. Yes, indeed. All right, so Toups, let's tackle this. This man is at an impasse. He's waiting to get paid. He wants to let it be known, hey, boss, I'm waiting to get paid, but I don't want to be a dick about it. So how does he handle that?
So, I think like the best tactic to use right here is to email your boss so you have a paper trail, and then CC his boss and that boss's boss, and then also Donald Trump. Yeah, because like if you go up the chain, they're not gonna. Eventually, someone will get annoyed enough with you, and your lowest level boss that you're currently having a problem with, he's not going to be able to directly go and attack you because of all those people in that email chain.
So basically what we're saying is he just shames them.
Yeah, just shame the shit out of them.
Just put them on blast by posting the situation everywhere.
Also put it on Facebook.
All right. Okay.
What do you think that you should do?
Here's what I think you should do. Your boss doesn't want to give you that money. Yeah, you find his wife, and you engage in a plan. We're going long con on this fool, right? You're gonna shut the fuck up. I'm trying to do a show.
He's explaining the long con.
He thinks he's on the fucking show, man.
Okay.
Anyway.
So how does the long con work?
The long con works like this. Okay. He ultimately, what he's trying to do is he's trying to get that money from his boss. We're finding out the boss's family. We're getting an address. We're gonna follow him around, right? And we're gonna do a bit of social engineering.
So we're doing this, you and me.
We're gonna do it
Okay.
because solutions are more than just coming up with stuff.
Now you have to provide an actual service.
Yeah, solutions mean I gotta make sure. The only way I know this solution, the only way I know this gets solved is if I get in there and I handle it.
Yeah, no, that's mark of character.
So now, I guess we're announcing that solutions is going to be more than just mere advice.
It's gonna be Salkers and government.
We're going to be taking action. So, yeah, we'll find out more in a future episode. Making sure this dude gets his money.
Sir, we're gonna need your name after the show.
Yeah, we're going to have to exchange information.
Never mind, I know your name. And where you live.
All right, it's time for the raffle. Everybody bring your tickets up, and somebody will be fortunate enough to win. Not everybody all at once. They're lining up. You can't see it on the internet, but there's tons of people turning in their raffle tickets right now. We're going to be giving away some goodies from our friend Donald Trump, the sponsor tonight of the show. Little something you might not know about. It's called dead air. You don't want that. So when you reach a lull and there's nothing happening, yeah, you still just gotta run your mouth, and that's pretty much what's happening right now. The good news is there's only 5 minutes left in the show, so got that going for us. All right, so raffle. Bring me the tickets.
Wait, can you raffle?
Toups is giving out the tickets. Or I should say he's collecting the tickets from all the crowd that has assembled, and they're like waving their tickets up like, oh, take mine, take mine. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see who's won. Who has won? Our first winner. This says keep this coupon. They're supposed to keep this with Toups. It's not how this works.
Don't worry about it.
So they lost.
This is professional.
They're sorry. No, this one doesn't count. It's the wrong thing. That's the one you're supposed to keep. Okay, so 254. 254 is a winner unless it's Toups. I mean, yeah. I meant to say Ethan because he's been running his fucking mouth. So 254. You got it? Juliet!
Nice.
How fucked up is this? So my friends are here for the show. The one person that didn't come, I actually know anyway. So it's not even a stranger interested in. And you're not even supposed to say this shit on the show. You're supposed to be professional and just be like, it's going on. I like to be transparent. Juliet, you've won. You can just stay right there. Let's see what you've gotten, my friend, from Donald Trump. What has he provided? He has provided cheddar and original Pringles. Wait, let me finish. He's provided original cheddar and Pringles cans that are filled with 4-year-old Twinkies from Fun Fest. Yay! Trump, you're so generous. Thank you so much. This next prize comes from me. The next prize is from my own. I dug in my own pockets.
That is very generous of you.
I put a little bit of my own change into the show, for effort's sake. So if you are number 251, oh wait, no, it's Judy. Number 251. Michelle, you have won. And guess what get hype. Get hype. You have won a rotten cantaloupe. Yeets! I bought it 5 days ago. I never got around to eating it. It is now yours. A winner. A winner is you. Yay!
I think that everyone involved here feels very lucky that they've been around.
You come to the show, you might get something very special and valuable. Where's the real prize? The real prize is the magic of this night that we have spent together. The memories are the real prize tonight, Toups.
I agree with you completely.
We have a minute and a half left. Is there anything else that you would like to say before our show gets canceled?
So, I just want to take a moment to say that I'm super appreciative of Mister Tramps for providing us with the financial backing to be here tonight, and for Alfredo for providing the venue. And I'm looking forward to the way this show goes in the future.
Me too, my friend. Me too.
I'm cheersing the microphone, okay? Cheers the microphone.
I love what we've done here tonight. I don't care. I mean, I do care.
Yeah, but you can't care enough. You can't
Some
show
say I
that
care
you
too
care.
much.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, on behalf of Anthony Toups, I am Mychal Guzman, telling you, thanks, Alfredo.
Later.
Six Semper Jacularis.